Good day, everyone. I'm Susan Wilson from the Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency. I will be taking you through a presentation on the Eastern Cape province of South Africa. We are ideally situated on the coastline, so we have the warm waters of the Indian Ocean. In terms of this map, you will see our location. We are ideally situated between the Western Cape and KwaZulu-Natal on the coastline. We have an 800-kilometer coastline, and this gives rise to a great number of activities one can do, being coastal or something inland. We uniquely position ourselves as a beach and bush destination, so we have a lovely combination of both activities that we can offer to you. We have multiple airlines servicing the destination through the cities of Gqeberha, which is formerly known as Port Elizabeth, East London and Umtata. There are daily flights scheduled out of Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, and recently we introduced an air route from Bloemfontein. The Eastern Cape is also known for the Big 7 safaris, and this I will touch on a little more when we get into presenting the regions to you. We have an incredible road network, so the destination is great for self-drive, as well as guided coach tours, minibus tours, or small vehicle tours. Moving on, just to give you an indication, we have 9 tourism regions. We have segmented the destination accordingly to make it a little easier for us to position the unique selling propositions per region. So what we will do is start from the western side of the province, bringing you into the Tsitsikamma region. You'll see on the map here, it's the area, small area in a kind of a green color next to Kocha, and above that you'll see Kuru Heartland. So when we come into the Tsitsikamma, we position this as a high adventure zone. This is where you have a number of activities. Some are for the people seeking adrenaline experiences, and then there are also some softer adventures that anyone can enjoy, whether you're a youngster or an oldie. So taking you through, I've got some visual material just to give you an idea. This area is well known for the Tsitsikamma National Park. This is a marine reserve, so a protected area. It falls into part of the greater Garden Route National Park. So the Tsitsikamma section falls here, and there are a number of activities one can do from within the park, being the Otter Trail, which is a very famous hiking trail. You can also access the kayak and lilo tour. There are wonderful day walks, and you can get down to the suspension bridge. Also in the area, we have the highest commercial bungee jump in the world. This is at 216 meters off the Blowkrans Bridge. This is an image of the bridge. This is an image showcasing the kayak and lilo experience, which is operated by Untouched Adventures. So you travel up this gorge on very stable kayaks, and again open to all ages, and you will then transfer onto lilos as you move higher into the gorge. This is an image showcasing the Blackwater tubing, the wonderful Segway tours. We also have the well-known treetop canopy tour experience. This is operated by Storms River Adventures, so a wonderful zipline experience from tree to tree, where you can enjoy nature and incredible diversity of what the forest has to offer. Moving on, we get to the Kocha region. This is well known for the small towns of Jeffreys Bay, the Greater St. Francis area, which is Cape St. Francis, Port St. Francis, and St. Francis Bay. And then we have Oyster Bay. And then on the inland side of the Kocha region, we have the incredible Gamtoos Valley, and we have the Baviaanskloof, which is a natural World Heritage Site. So moving on, just to showcase some of the unique attractions, St. Francis Links is a wonderful golf course giving experiences. We soon to host a PGA tournament here. We have the Otter Trail and Baviaans Camino. These are wonderful slack packing trails. If you're familiar with slack packing, this is where there are guided hiking trails where you overnight in comfortable accommodation and your heavier luggage gets transferred for you. The Otter Trail is on the coastline, and then the Baviaans Camino is up in the mountains. The Baviaans Camino can be done on foot or on horseback. Of course, Jeffreys Bay, as I mentioned earlier, they have incredible surfing. It's a world-renowned international surfing hotspot. So if you are a keen surfer, this is something to tick off your bucket list. Otherwise, just come along and enjoy a surf lesson or a day at the beach. There are a number of festivals that happen within this region, being the Calamari Festival, we have a Citrus Festival, the Winter Festival, etc. Also wonderful calamari tasting experiences if you are up for trying out some seafood. You can do canal cruises, skydiving, you can visit the Shell Museum, the Surf Museum, the wonderful lighthouse, which is depicted in this image of Cape St. Francis. This is an image showcasing the beauty of the Baviaanskloof. This area is a protected wilderness area, so if you're really looking to escape the buzz of the city or small towns, you can head into this wilderness area. It is preferable that you come in on a 4x4 vehicle. There are operators doing specialized tours. As I mentioned, surfing is wonderful, the golf is incredible, and the wonderful thing about this area is you can combine these activities. So you can do golf and safari, golf and spa, golf and beach, golf and adventure, etc., etc. Lovely beaches with rocky outcrops and beautiful sand dunes. This is an image taken on the Otter Trail. This is an image again taken up in the Baviaans Camino. These are people you can see on horseback and some are hiking on foot. And then we move on. So now we have the Kuru Heartland. This is the largest of the areas of the Eastern Cape and kind of semi-desert in nature. We say, give us one day and we'll give you a few million years of history. It's also an incredible area to just come and enjoy natural open spaces. And here we're known for the Mountain Zebra National Park. It's the second of our national parks, and we also have the Mount Kamdaboo National Park. What's unique about Mountain Zebra National Park is you can do on-track cheetah experiences where you're out on foot with a guide tracking the cheetah, and you get to observe them in their natural habitat. It is the only national park in South Africa that offers this unique experience. The Mount Kamdaboo National Park is well known for the incredible formation known as the Valley of Desolation. And here there are a number of hiking trails. One can also do game drives, and they offer accommodation within the park. The area is also known for Kuru farm stays and wonderful Kuru food tasting experiences. These can be tailored to suit anybody's dietary requirements, and we have some dedicated Kuru operators that are able to bring you this experience. The Valley of Desolation, as I mentioned, this is a geological formation of these dolerite columns, and a really lovely spot to be for a sunrise or a sunset, enjoying a nice refreshment or a lovely cup of tea or coffee. The Owl House is also well known in the little town of New Bethesda. The story of Helen Martins. She created this garden full of sculptures. This form of art is known as outsider art, and it's really a unique experience and a must-do if you're visiting the Kuru region. So I mentioned mountain zebra. The mountain zebra are quite different to the Cape zebra, and they are well protected in this area and have managed to breed successfully. So one sees a lot of the zebra along with the other animal species. There are no elephant or rhino here, but the other big five animals can be seen within this park. Just some scenic shots of Graafrenet. It's one of the second oldest towns in South Africa with over 40 monuments and museums one can visit. They're wonderful walking tours you can do. Dutoshose is a lovely experience in the small town of Cradock, which is also home to Olive Schreiner, the Cradock Fall Memorial Site, the Fish River Canoe Marathon, the Kuru Writers Festival, and a Kuru Food Festival. The Kuru sunsets are absolutely magnificent, and it's also a photographer's paradise. Moving on, we have the Sunshine Coast. This forms your coastal link between the cities of Gqeberha and East London. You've got a roughly 300-kilometer section of coastline, well known for the Alexandria dune fields, beautiful sand dunes, beautiful bathing beaches. Some have blue flag status. And as I mentioned earlier, you have the unique combination of being able to do a beach and bush safari within the space of one day. Yeah, you also have a number of river crossings, so it's a really scenic drive between the two cities. Here, there are a number of other activities one can do, visiting monuments, museums, and heritage sites. There are deep sea fishing charters, river cruises, canoe trails, incredible golf courses, and some lovely art experiences along the way. Just to give you some imagery, our rivers are also navigable, and some of the game reserves situated in this area are accessible by boat. Just to jump through some images, this is an image taken of the Alexandria dune fields. There's an incredible hiking trail here as well. It's not a guided trail, but there are overnight huts. As I mentioned, our rivers are absolutely superb and a lot of activity takes place on them year round. Moving on to the Sundez River Valley, this area is well known for the Addo Elephant National Park, which is positioned as a Big 7 reserve, the only one of its kind in the world. It's a very biologically diverse area. So we suggest that people enjoy a marine safari out of the city of Gqeberha of a morning. You kind of go out at 8 and come back at 12. Wonderful guided marine experience where you get to see a lot of different types of dolphin, bottlenose dolphin, common dolphin. There are whale species. We have an incredible whale season in our winter months. So from May through to December, we have whale activity. We also go out to St. Croix Island where you can see the African penguins in their natural habitat. And then, of course, in the afternoon, you can be within the Sundez River Valley and within the Addo Elephant National Park doing your Big 5 game drive or onto any of the other private reserves in the area. So here again is just some imagery. The Addo Elephant Park is known for protecting the African elephant. This is where you'll see them in large numbers. There are over 600 elephant in the park. They are fairly docile, by no means tame, but very docile, and one gets some really good viewing on the elephants. It is a Big 5 reserve, so you do get the buffalo, the lion, the leopard, the rhinoceros, etc. Also, a lot of other activities within this area, canoeing, quad biking, river experiences, ziplining experiences, etc. So I mentioned the marine safari. Here's an image of St. Croix. You can see the little penguins there on the rocks and the dolphins in the foreground. And as I mentioned, we have the southern right whale. These are on a migratory route, so they're fortunately in our waters during our winter months and early summer. Moving on to frontier country, this area is well known for battlefield history. There was 100 years of war that was waged in this area. So a lot of forts and monuments and battlefield history, but it's also the area that is well known for the number of private game reserves offering high-end safari options. And one is spoiled for choice in terms of activities. So we guarantee there will be no safari fatigue here. You can be out on foot, you can be on a game drive vehicle, you could be cruising on a river doing some game viewing. So different angles of game viewing, and there are also some interactive vet safari experiences. Some of the game reserves also have volunteer programs, so one can look into that. The area is also known for the city of Grahamstown, which is well known for the National Arts Festival and Science Festival. We've got the Big Pineapple in Bathurst, the Makana Meadery, there's rock climbing, bouldering, skydiving, and a whole lot more to do. Here's some images just to showcase the region in terms of what it offers. And just to touch on this experience at Bellevue Forest Reserve, there's a wonderful on-foot walking experience with giraffe, which is quite unique. Moving on, we get into the Amatola Mountain Escape. This is an area up in our mountainous region, wonderful forests, lovely arts community is settled up in the mountains, number of festivals and events year round. But yeah, it's all about forest activities, so forest trails, mountain biking trails, hiking trails, waterfalls, and then visiting various art galleries, bird watching, different festivals year round, and just enjoying the fresh mountain air, and kind of also being out of the rat race. We also get wonderful cultural experiences in the area. You must know the Eastern Cape is very rich in Xhosa culture. So we begin to see people living a very rural life in this area, and one can even have village stays or homestays as they are known. Friendly insects, this is going up into the Eastern Cape Highlands. The southern Drakensberg extends down into this region. It's well known for the 4x4 trails, farm stays, extreme sports, snow skiing, zip lining, kayaking, incredible hiking, and once again, a lot of nature-based experiences. Nordeersneck Mountain Pass is the highest mountain pass in South Africa. Tiffenvale Ski Resort gives you that ski experience. So as you can see, the Eastern Cape is incredibly diverse in terms of its offering. So obviously snow here in the winter months in the high-lying areas, and some extreme sporting events. Rock art is also found in this area, as there are many rocky outcrops and caves, and this dates back to Khoisan history, and there are many guided tours one can do on hikes to see these incredible paintings. Then last but not least, we have the incredible Wild Coast region of the Eastern Cape. This stretches from East London, the city of East London, up to a small town called Port Edward. This area is known as the birthplace and resting place of Nelson Mandela, and one can visit museums that pay tribute to his life, and from a distance can view his gravesite. But this area is well known for the hiking trails along the coast, horse riding, biking trails, waterfalls, and again, a wonderful, incredible cultural experience where you can enjoy homestays, village stays, and just seeing the local people living their everyday lives in a very simplistic way. Well known in this area is Hole in the Wall. This is close to the small town of Coffee Bay. Quite an interesting rocky outcrop in the ocean, which is accessible in a 4x4 vehicle or through one of the tours that the local establishments offer. And that is it. The Eastern Cape is wide open for exploration, so we invite you to come along and explore with us. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.